सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नाम रूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं नमतोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चितामतिः। In this section, where we are seeing the specific objections regarding the prayojanam jnanena mokshaha, Purva Pakshi first said bondage is real because the requisites for the superimposition of anatma on atma are not there, and the requisites are 5 in number, and each one of them is not there. The first one, that is the samskara, the impressions which are born of the experience of real bondage is not there. And for that the reason was given that as per your view, means as per Vedanta Siddhanta, what you are saying, everything else except Atma is mithya, not satyam. And since anatma is mithya, so its satya experience, yes, so the experience of satya anatma is not there, and therefore their impressions also cannot be born. The second is that pramatru dosha and pramana dosha are also not there. For this, the Purva Pakshi said that the pramata and pramanam are adhyasta, means they come after adhyasa, and the pramatru dosha and the pramana dosha are the requisites for any adhyasa to happen. Since they themselves are adhyasa, they themselves are adhyasta, therefore they are not available before the adhyasa of anatma on atma. Since the dharmi in the form of pramata and pramana itself is not present, which is the causal factor for adhyasa, then how the dharma, that is the dosha of both?
Which are causal factor for adhyasa?
Yes. No, they are not the causal factors. Yes. So since the pramata and pramana, which are the dharmi, they themselves are not established before adhyasa, then how come the dosha related to pramata and dosha related to pramanam, which are the causal factor for adhyasa, can be established? Thus, first, second and third requisites are not there for adhyasa, and even the fourth requisite is not there. And what is the fourth requisite? Is in the form of prameya dosha, and prameya dosha in the form of sadrishyam, similarity between the adhyasta and the adhishthanam, which in this case is the atma and the anatma. And how does the Purva Pakshi show that there is no sadrishyam? By showing that they are of opposite nature. And 2 points the Purva Pakshi has highlighted. Atma is pratyak and vishayi, whereas anatma is parak and vishayaha. And in general we see that on pratyak the superimposition of parak is not happening, and on parak the superimposition of pratyak is not happening. And for that he gave the example also, that one's own body is pratyak as compared to putradi. And we see that on one's own body the superimposition of putradi does not happen, and on putradi the superimposition of one's own body also does not happen. And then for the second factor, which is vishayi and vishaya, he said on the vishayi the superimposition of vishaya does not happen, and on the vishaya the superimposition of vishayi does not happen. And for this also example is given. विषयात्मक घटादिषु दीपादि विषयीनां दीपादौ वा घटादीनां न अध्यासः. And here we have to supply na bhavat, means na is there and bhavati. So adhyasa means superimposition of the revealers such as lamp etc. on the pot etc. which are revealed, which are of the nature of being revealed, that adhyasa is not there. And even the adhyasa superimposition of pot etc. on the lamp etc. means of the Vishaya on the Vishayi is also not there. And now, by having established in the Drashtanta that on Pratyak the superimposition of Parak is not there, and on Parak the superimposition of Pratyak is not there, and same with regard to Vishaya Vishayi, now the Purva Pakshi comes to the Drashtanta. Evam eva sadrushya bhavat prati सादृश्या भाव सॉरी एवमेव सादृश्या भावात् प्रतीचि विषयिणी आत्मनि पराचः विषयस्य अनात्मनः बन्धस्य न एव अध्यासः संभवति. Similarly, the superimposition of bondage, which is anatma, which is parak, means which is remote, and which is Vishaya, which is the object of such bandha, the superimposition on the self, which is the subject and which is proximate, is not possible. Why? Because of the absence of any similarity. And one more point the Purva Pakshi says, Pratyak parachoho yatha parasparam virodha evam vishaya vishayinoho api virodha. Just as there is mutual contradiction between the proximate and the remote one, similarly there is mutual contradiction between the subject and object. Tasmad means sadrushya bhavat, and that the Purva Pakshi himself says, idrushayoho atmanatmanoho sadrushya bhavat, because of the absence of similarity between atma and anatma, which are of this nature. And this nature means atma is pratyak and vishay, and anatma is parak and vishayah. But atmani bandhadhyasah na shakyate varnayitum. It is not possible to say that there is superimposition of bondage, that is anatma, on the self. So thus the fourth samagri which should be there for any adhyasa to happen is not there in the case of superimposition of anatma on atma, was told by the Purva Pakshi. And now in the next two avarta, the Purva Pakshi gives two reasons to show that even the fifth samagri is not there. Panchama samagri bhavaha, the absence of the fifth requisite. And what is the fifth requisite? Adhishthanasya vishesha ajnanam and samanya jnanam, means the knowledge of the general aspect of the adhisthana and the absence of knowledge of the specific aspect of the adhisthana. And here the Purva Pakshi is only showing that the Vishesha Ajnanam is not there. Regarding Samanya Jnanam, he is not saying anything. And since both together make the requisite, so even if any one is not there, then also the requisite would not be there.
But that is only 71. 72 he will dismiss both also. In the 71st, he is dismissing the requisite of Vishesha Ajnana. Vishesha Ajnana requisite is not available in the Dashtanta.
Yes.
And this Samanya Vishesha, Samanya Jnanam, Vishesha Jnanam, that also is not possible. Together,
Yes.
that will be established in 72.
Yes.
So it is not that
Yes, sir.
second is imagined. Both, the 72 will say both are not possible.
Yes. Yes.
But 71 is highlighting Vishesha Jnanam.
So thus in this first hetu which is given in the 71st avarta, it is shown that the Vishesha Jnanam of the Adhishthanam is not there. Whereas in the 72nd avarta, both Vishesha Jnanam and Samanya Jnana absence would be shown by the Purvapakshi. So in the 71st it is said, Bandhadhyase Adhisthana Visheshamsha Ajnanam api na sambhavati. That is said, even the absence of knowledge of the specific aspect of the Adhishthanam with regard to the adhyasa of bondage on Atma is not possible. Why? Bandhadhisthana Brahmanaha Swayam Prakasha Jnana Swarupatvat. Since Brahma, which is the Adhishthanam of bondage, that is Anatma, is of the nature of consciousness, which is self-evident. And how do you know, or how do you say so, that Brahma is Swayam Prakasha Jnana Swarupa? For that, Shruti is quoted. Yat Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma iti Shrutehe. Because of this Shruti, it is told. And what does the Shruti say? Brahma is that which is directly, immediately available. And here, Sakshat means Indriya Apeksham Antarena, without the intervention of the organs. And here, Parokshat means, yes, yes. And Aparokshat means Aparoksham. So based on this Shruti, he is saying that Brahma is of this nature, and therefore of such Brahma, the Visheshamsha Ajnanam is not tenable. And this he explains with the help of an example. It is said, Etadrushe Brahmani Aditya Andhakaravat Ajnanam na Kathanchana Yujyeta. On such type of Brahma, the Ajnanam means the ignorance is in any manner would not be tenable. Like what? Like the darkness is untenable on the sun. And this
On or in also you can say,
yes,
in the sun.
In the sun. And this example he explains. Means by explaining the example, he explains the Dashtanta also in the next sentence. Yatha prakashatmaka savituhu andhikarasya cha virodha apariharyah अपरिहार्यः एवं स्वप्रकाश चैतन्यात्मक ब्रह्मणः तमो रूपाज्ञानस्य च परस्पर विरोधः अस्ति. It is said that just as the contradiction between the sun, which is of the nature of light, and the darkness is unavoidable, similarly, there is mutual contradiction between Brahma, which is of the nature of consciousness, which is self-evident, and between the ignorance, which is of the nature of veiling.
So darkness also you can say. Veiling is okay.
And Tasmat, since such virodha is there between Brahma and Ajnanam, therefore, Swayam Prakasha Rupatvad Adhishthanasya Tad Visheshamshajnana Sambhavaha Eva. Therefore, of the Adhishthanam being of the nature of Swayam Prakasha, self-illuminating or self-evident, there is there is definitely impossibility of the ignorance of the Vishesha Amsha, the specific aspect of that Adhishthanam, that is Brahma. So what the Purvapakshi is saying here is that there is contradiction between Brahma and Ajnanam. It means Virodha here is in the form of Asahavasthanam. Asahavasthanam. Yes, that means they cannot stay together. And Brahma is of the nature of Jnanam. Therefore, where there is Jnanam, Ajnanam cannot stay. Thus, there cannot be Ajnanam regarding any aspect of Brahma. And hence, we cannot have Ajnanam regarding the Visheshamsha of Brahma. So thus, in this manner, first Hetu was given, that since there is Virodha between Ajnanam and Brahma, therefore, the Visheshamsha Ajnanam of Brahma, that is Adhishthanam, is untenable. And so the fifth Samagri for any Adhyasa is not possible with regard to the Adhyasa of Anatma on Atma. And in the 72nd Avarta, one more Hetu is given to show that fifth Samagri is not there. Brahmanaha nirvisheshatvad api adhyasa samagriya bhavaha. Since Brahma is attributeless, is free from all attributes, therefore there is absence of the requisite for adhyasa. And here we saw that nirvishesha literally means the absence of some vishesha, specific attribute. But we also add here the absence of samanya amsha also.
Any attribute.
And that's why we understand as any, free from any attribute. It is said, itopi brahmani bandhadhyasaha na sambhavati. Because of this following reason also, the adhyasa of bondage on Brahma is not possible. Swamiji, how is this next yataha connected? This yataha, how is it?
Yata atyantama vignateva visheshata gnateva adhisthana. Because he gives the reason that why bandhadhyasa is not there in Brahma. For that he general rule gives. Because when something is totally unknown or it is specifically known, then adhisthana adhyasa is not possible. Means we by that then it continues. Kintu visheshata agnate samanyata agnate eva adhisthane adhyasa jayata. So by Anvaya Vyatireka he wants to show the requisite, the necessity of that requisite, which he has already told, he is repeating that. So he Brahmani bandhadhyasana sambhavati is the hetu mat. For that he is explaining the hetu. Why it is not so? Because this is the requirement, and this requirement is not possible.
Then Swamiji, because after that Brahma he, I have written he as since.
It will go with next.
Okay. Yes.
Brahmahi, I think I have told Brahmahi samanya visheshadi dharma sunyam nirvisham iti cha vedanta siddhanta. Tat means tasmat.
Yes.
So we have connected, so it goes with next. No? So how the development is, first there is a pratigna. Brahmani bandhadhyasa nasambhavati. For that the reason is given. And for making the reason as reason, the requisite is presented by Anvaya Vyatireka.
Yes.
Why Brahmani adhyasa, bandhadhyasana sambhavati? Because for adhyasa to happen, this is the requirement. And that requirement is not fulfilled in Brahma. Therefore, Brahmani adhyasa na sambhavati.
Yes. So now why bandhadhyasa is not possible on Brahma? For that the reason is given. Yataha atyantam avijñāte va visheshataha jñāte va adhisthane adhyasaha na sambhavati. Because adhyasa, superimposition, is not possible on that basis which is atyantam avigyate, which is completely unknown, or which is visheshatah jnate, or whose specific aspect is known. किंतु विशेषतः अज्ञाते सामान्यतः ज्ञाते एव अधिष्ठाने अध्यासः जायेत. But superimposition is born on that adhishthanam alone, whose vishesha amsha is unknown and the general aspect is known. And having given this general requirement for adhyasa, now the Purva Pakshi establishes what is the case in Brahma. Brahma hi samanya visheshadi dharma shunyam nirvishesham iti cha Vedanta siddhantah. So the principle of Vedanta is that Brahma is free from, devoid of any dharmas, means dharma in the form of the general dharma or vishesha dharma. And adi padena we can say janya ajanya dharma, and it is nirvishesham, free from any attribute. And since this is so, tasmat, tat means tasmat, therefore katham brahma visheshatah ajnatam samanyatah jnatam iti cha vaktum shakyate. Therefore, how is it possible to say that Brahma is not known specifically, whereas it is known in general? Means the specific aspect is unknown and the general aspect of Brahma is known. And here katham is akshepartha. It cannot be said.
Because Brahman does not have samanya and vishesha dharma.
Yes. So thus the Purva Pakshi said, when Brahma is nirvishesham, it means Brahma does not have vishesha amsha, vishesha dharma or samanya dharma. When the dharmi itself is not there, then how? Dharmi in the sense of vishesha amsha and samanya amsha. If we take them as dharmi, then their dharma means the jnana.
They don't have the dharma. We can say that samanya and vishesha in general, samanya dharma and vishesha dharma, in general both of them are not there.
Yes.
In fact, they have sambandha of the particular, and samanya and vishesha will be the vishesha of dharma.
What I am trying to say is, that if we take vishesha dharma and samanya dharma as two dharmi, both of them are individual dharmi, then their individual dharma will be vishesha amsha ajnanam and samanya amsha jnanam.
No, jnanam is not. We are telling the jnanam of, we are saying. No? Yes. Jnanam of samanya dharma, jnanam of vishesha dharma.
So jnanam of
jnanam is not the dharma of samanya amsha. Like he said, ghatasya jnanam, that jnanam is not the dharma of
yes,
ghata.
Yes.
So we cannot use this.
Yes.
Means
yes.
samanya vishesha, you can say that they can be called as a vishesha of dharma.
Yes.
But let us not make it complicated. Yes. Samanya dharma, vishesha dharma themselves are not there. Therefore, samanya jnatam, vishesha jnatam, that is not possible.
So that's when samanya and vishesha amsha of the Brahma itself is not there, and how can then the samanya jnanam and the vishesha ajnanam also cannot be there?
Predicate.
Yes.
Samanya itself is not there, therefore samanya becoming jnata, yes. Vishesha becoming ajnata. That is not possible.
And that itself is the requisite, the fifth requisite. That means there is absence of the fifth requisite for adhyasa of anatma on atma.
But see, samanya, what you are telling, in a stretched manner, it can be established. Samanya is jnata. So Samanya is predicated to be Gnata. So Samanya has got Gnatatva, we have to say.
Yes.
And Vishesha has got a Gnatatva.
Yes.
If you want to say. But
No,
already
that
this
is-
one is confusing.
Yes.
Okay.
And further, the Purva Pakshi says, Apicha Adhyasa Lobhena Samanya Vishesha Dharmakam Eva Brahma iti yadi Abhyupagamyeta Tarhi Nirvishesham Param Brahma iti Abhyupagama Hanihi Syat. So he says, and even if because of the greed for Adhyasa, means because of the obsession to establish the superimposition of Anatma on Atma, if there would be acceptance of the fact that Brahma is having the dharma in the form of Samanya and Vishesha, means Brahma is endowed with Samanya dharma and Vishesha dharma, then there would be loss of the fact which is accepted. And what is that? That Brahma is Nirvishesham, attributeless, and Brahma is Param, limitless.
No. Nirvishesham Param Brahma. The limitless Brahman
is
limitless Brahman is Nirvishesha.
Yes.
That acceptance, that accepted view will be lost. There will be loss of the accepted view that limitless Brahman is attributeless.
So there would be this loss of the accepted view that limitless Brahma is Nirvishesham, attributeless. Evamcha. And now the Granthakara does the conclusion based on both the avartas, that is the 71st and the 72nd avarta. Evamcha Nirvishesha Swaprakasha Swarupe Brahmani Vishesha Jnanasya Samanya Jnanasya Cha Asambhavad Adhyasaha Naiva Yujyate. And in this manner, the superimposition would not be tenable. On what? The superimposition of Anatma on Brahma, which is of the nature of Nirvishesha, attributeless, and Svaprakasha, self-evident. And why is this not possible? Because of the impossibility of the knowledge of the Samanya aspect and the ignorance of the Vishesha aspect. Tasmad. And something, can we say here that this is like the conclusion of all the five?
Yes, correct.
So this is the Maha Upasamahara. So here it means since.
How will you say things in Sanskrit, Tasman?
Brahmani Pancha Samagriya Bhavat.
Or Brahmani Panchasu Anyatama Anyatamayaha Samagriyayaha Api Abhavat. Or simple one is this correct? Pancha Samagriya Bhavat.
So it means that.
But otherwise, when you say Pancha, now what will happen? That it may be thought that चार तो है पांच नहीं है.
Yes.
You know, so therefore we want to say even one of these five is not available.
Since in Brahma or in Atma there is absence of all the five samagri requisites which are necessary for any adhyasa to happen. Therefore, Brahmani bandhaha adhyastaha iti na shakyate eva vaktum. Therefore, it is definitely not possible to say that bondage, that is anatma, is superimposed on Brahma. Pratyuta, on the other hand, bandhaha satyaha iti eva vaktavyam. Bondage is real. In this manner alone it should be told.
Why?
Because here he has shown that this bondage, if it is superimposed, then if it is mithya, then only it is superimposed.
If it is mithya, no, it is superimposed, then only it will be mithya.
Yes.
What you
So,
said?
what? Because he is in the previous sentence.
So, since it is not superimposed, therefore it cannot be mithya.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But I am asking that pratyuta bandha satya why?
Yes. Because if it is, since it is not superimposed, so it is not mithya. It means bondage is real.
But maybe it is not there at all.
But we are experiencing bondage.
I wanted you to say that one. So it is not adhyasta, therefore not mithya, but still it is experience. Therefore only possibility is satya.
Pratyuta, on the other hand, means since bondage is not superimposed and still it is experienced, therefore it is satyam, bandha satya, satyah. And satyah ched bandha na jnanat nivarteta. If bondage is real, then it would not be removed by knowledge. Tasmad, since bondage cannot be removed by knowledge, therefore, asya granthasya jnanat bandha nivrutyatmaka moksha rupa prayojana kathanam asangatam syad. Therefore, the statement or the revelation of the purpose of this text in the form of moksha, which is in the form of the removal of bondage by knowledge, would be irrelevant, means will not be possible.
Correct. Good. आधा घंटा तो इसमें हो गया. See now, after this first set of argument, where it is said bandha satyah and satya bandha cannot be removed by jnanam, therefore jnanena moksha, that prayojanam is not possible. That was the first set of argument. Second set of argument is karmana eva moksha siddhyati. Jnanena moksha na siddhyati, karmana eva moksha siddhyati. Therefore, jnanena moksha rupa prayojana is not there. Means what you are promising you will not be able to deliver, and in fact elsewhere only it will be available. Therefore, why should we come to you? That type of message Purva Pakshi wants to give. The first set is you cannot provide what you are promising. Second set of argument is what you are promising is available elsewhere only. Therefore, you should not start your shop. Is it clear? So, the second set of argument is karmana eva mokshaha. And therefore, jnanena mokshaha prayojanam is not possible. So, two ways the Purva Pakshi is attacking. But this particular argument is a very long Swiss, 73 to 81. So 9 avartas are giving this. So by the time we complete this 9, what was the objection? First we will forget. Therefore, for our ease, I am going to this samadhanam of this, which is given from 82. 83, sorry. Correct?
Yes.
That is required, no? Otherwise we will forget what all 5 objections. And in between what will happen? We will tell this, then again then we will forget about that also. When we see the samadhana of the first akshepa, then we will forget second Purva Paksha. Both we will lose. Therefore, practically, for practical purpose, we will go to this 83 to 98. So imagine, for 83 to 90, 16 avartas he is going to discuss this. Alright. So, bandha satyah sacha jnanena na nivarteta iti akshepasya samadhanam. Of course, he is going to give prayojana vishayaka akshepana samadhanam. He is going to give the answer to both. But we will be focusing only on the first objection, the answer to the first. Bandha, bondage is real, and that bondage is not removed by knowledge. of this objection, samadhanani, the answers. The answer to the objection that bondage is real cannot be removed by knowledge. So that objection which was raised is going to be answered from 83 to 98. Okay. So first of all, Siddhanti, very small avatar. Bandhaha mithya. He said bandha satya, we said bandhaha mithya. Bondage is unreal. So bandhaha satyaha nasajnanena nivartyate iti akshepaha asangataha. So he said asangata, we also say asangata. So bondage is real and not removed by knowledge. This type of objection is irrelevant, invalid. Here irrelevant means invalid. Why? Bandhasya mithyatvena jnanaika nivartyatvat. Because bondage is being unreal, it is removable by knowledge. Alright, for that, how do we say bandhaha mithya, anatma mithya? Bandha is anatmaka. For that, we will give bandhaha, anatmaka bandhaha mithya. Why? Drishyatvat. Swapta prapanchavat. Alright. And another we will say bandhaha mithya adhyastatvat. So we'll slowly bringing to that point. Bandhaha mithya adhyastatvat. Rajju sarpavat. Then he will say, I told you that bandha cannot be adhyasta because 5 conditions are not there. Is it clear?
Yes.
So first one is independently we said. In the context of this discussion, the second on anumanam is more relevant. Bandhaha mithya adhyastatvat. Rajju sarpavat. Or swapna prapanchavat. Alright. Rajju sarpavat is more popular and more comprehensive. Alright. Now, Purva Pakshi will say that bandhaha na adhyastaha. Why? And the anatma bandhaha na adhyastaha. Why? Adhyasa samagri rahitatvat. For that, we will say, how do you say adhyasa samagri is not there? So we will count 1 to 5, all 5. So we will tell them, you listen, one by one I will answer. Your first, what was that what? First requirement? Satya Vastu Jnanam Adhyasa Hetuhu. That is what you were telling. That Satya Vastu Jnanam, the knowledge of the real thing, is the cause for Adhyasa. In this manner, first requisite you had presented and said that is not available in Atmanatma Adhyasa. Therefore, Atmanatma Adhyasa is not possible. For that, our answer is this. The Satya Vastu Jnanam Adhyasa Hetu iti na niyamaha. Is not a rule. By saying that what we are saying, na niyamaha, it can be so, it need not be so. Like some people, when they are used to some product, then he said, oh, Apple phone तो है नहीं तो कैसे हम बात कर सकते हैं? Apple phone की जरूरत है, phone की इससे जरूरत है ना? Oh, even Adhyas Parshama, I used to give this example. That somebody says, today I want to make bhaji. But बोले बोला postman oil तो है नहीं. वो एक है ना एक brand है postman oil brand है postman. That time it was very popular. So उनको बोलेंगे भी आपको oil चाहिए postman oil जरूरत है. So we will tell them that Satya Vastu Gnana is not required. Because Satya Vastu Gnana Janya Samskara is not required. Only Gnana Janya Samskara is required. That we are going to explain. So first answer to the first argument is that what you have presented as a requisite is not really a requisite. It is incidental. Samskara can be born of the experience of real thing or unreal thing. Alright. So that is going to be the answer. The brief answer. Now he explains. Yaduktam, what was told by you? And at the end it is that Tadayuktam. What was told by you is not proper. So that is the connection. So I have put the arrow. Yaduktam, Tadayuktam. So what was told by you? So Siddhanta is restating Purvapakshi. Already we have heard Purvapakshi so much. Alright, so he says, Paramartha Satya Vastu Gnanam Samskara Dwara Adhyasa Hetuhu. The knowledge of Paramartha Satya here means the real, actually real. Means Vyavaharika Satya here. So the knowledge of the real thing is the cause for adhyasa through samskara. Means the Paramartha Satya Vastu Gnanam will create samskara and that samskara will create adhyasa. The samskara dwara Paramartha Satya Vastu Gnanam is hetu. Alright. Yatha, just as Paramartha Sarpa Gnanam. Here Paramartha Sarpa means real Sarpa. So knowledge of the real snake, samskara dwara, through impressions, pratibhasika sarpadhyasa hetuhu, is the cause for the superimposition of subjective snake or the snake which is subjectively real. So knowledge of empirically real snake is the cause for the superimposition of the snake which is subjectively real. And how Dhanam becomes the hetu? Samskara dwara. Through samskara, through the impressions. The order is what? Paramartha Sarpa Gnanam, Samskara and Pratibhasika Sarpadhyasa. Vyavaharika Sarpa Gnanam, Vyavaharika Satya Sarpa Gnanam, Vyavaharika Satya Sarpa Gnana Janya Samskara, then Pratibhasika Sarpadhyasa. Yadi, similarly, यदि बंधः अपि एवं सत्यः स्यात् तदा सत्य बंध ज्ञानम स्यात्. If bondage also in this manner, like this means like Paramartha Sarpa. Satyah syat, if it was real, tada, then Satya bandha jnanam syat. If Vishaya is there, then Vishaya jnanam can be there. So if bondage also like this was real, like the Paramartha Sarpa, then Satya bandha jnanam syat. There will be knowledge of the real bondage. So evam shows the drishtanta. Drishtanta of what? Paramartha Sarpa. So Vyavaharika Satya Sarpa was there, therefore Pratibhasika Sarpa Adhyasa is possible. Similarly, Paramarthika Satya Bandha was there, then Vyavaharika Adhyasa will be there. Adhyasa of Vyavaharika Bandha. Tacha, and thus, and that means that Dhanam, Satya Bandha Dhanam, Samskara Dwara Adhyasa Hetu Syat, would become the cause for the superimposition of the bondage through impressions. So that tacha refers to what? Satya bandha jnana. Alright. Na tatha advaita siddhantaha. But Advaita Siddhanta is not like that. Means that bandha is Satya, that is not the Advaita Siddhanta. Why? Siddhante atmanaha anyasya anatma matrasya satyatvat. Because in Vedanta Siddhanta, anything other than Atma means all anatma. Here matra means karsne. All anatma is asatyam, unreal. So Bandha is Satya is not the Siddhanta, because in Advaita Vedanta, anything other than Atma, Bandha is also other than Atma, is Asatyam only. Therefore Satya Bandha is not available. Anatma Rupa Satya Bandha is not available. Therefore Anatma Satya Bandha Jnanam will not be there. And therefore Tajjanya Samskara will not be there. That is said here. Tasmat, therefore, Bandhasya Satyasya Bandhasya Abhavat Samskara Dwara Adhyasa Samagri Bhuta Satya Bandha Jnanasya Asiddhehe Bandhaha Na Bandhaha Adhyasta iti Vaktum Shakyate. Therefore, means since real bondage is not there, therefore Satya Bandhasya Asiddhe, Satya Bandha Jnanasya Asiddhehe, because of non-establishment of the knowledge of real bondage. And what is this Satya Bandha Jnanam? Adhyasa Samagri Bhuta. The Satya Bandha Jnanam, which is in the form of the requisite or the causal factor for Adhyasa. How it is becoming causal factor? Samskara Dwara, through Samskara. So, Samagri Bhut, Satya Bandha Jnanam, which is a causal factor for Adhyasa through Samskara, that Satya Bandha Jnanasya Asiddhehe, since there is a non-establishment of the knowledge of real bondage, which is the causal factor for Adhyasa through Samskara, Tasya Asiddhehe, since there is a non-establishment of that knowledge of real bondage, therefore Bandhaha Adhyastaha, bondage is superimposed, iti vaktum na shakyate. It is not possible to tell that bondage is adhyastaha. So we should not do anvaya like this. Na bandhaha adhyasta iti vaktum shakyate. Not that. Bandhaha satya iti vaktum na shakyate. Kintu satyaha iti. But it is real alone. Iti, in this manner, purvapakshina uktam, yaduktam, tad ayuktam. It is improper. Why? That is explained in the next paragraph, which we'll see in the next class. So still we are in Purvapakshi. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Hari Om.